Om Maham Vadraguru Padme Siddhi Hum.
Greetings, golden Christed peaceful warriors of the diamond mind of enlightenment. Today on the 3rd of July, this date is encoded with our 73 into the 37 code of heaven upon earth. The resonance and frequency of this day, this moment, is peace and love in every heart to connect and expand, to touch all beings in all realms, timelines and dimensions. In the cloak of God and the Holy Spirit of the white dove descends upon the earth. Our holy chalice is filled with the sacred elixirs of divine alchemy for our transformation into golden, solar Christed light beings of eternal life. Earth angelic ground crew of the 144, we are being crowned in the glory of our divine sovereignty as we cross over to the other side of our second attention in the totality of our multidimensional cosmic consciousness. As we awaken from the dream into reality, we realize our Buddha nature of infinite light and compassion for all sentient beings of the way. All beings are born perfectly awakened Buddhas. We fell from grace into the illusion of the simulation, all for the game of the experiment, of living in third-dimensional perception, and all for the joy of waking up. We can attain rainbow body now, at death, or on the other side. There is nothing to worry about. Simply be kind to yourself and others and live the best life in eternity. Be the love and a living example of an ascended master of pure awareness by living from your heart. The truth is eternal and never changes. That which is not real is always changing. The great mystery is the source of all life and manifests the I Am presence through the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, that is everywhere. This is the concept of omnipresence and omniscience. In the oneness of our true nature, our original mind, there is nothing to attain, only in the being of our pure presence of the infinite way. We remove and resolve all delusions and illusions in the gnosis of our sacred self, that is eternal bliss consciousness. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And today, my queen and I had a very powerful experience as the Hawk Nation came to us, Divine Goddess, and transmitted the Hawk Medicine. She is the image in the beginning of this video and the film I play now, as she transmits the energy of our winged nation, our sky beings, of the new heaven upon the new earth. 723 coming in. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 7 degrees, 56 minutes Virgo. The sun is at 12 degrees, 12 minutes Cancer. 1212 portal, third portal to my sacred Condor. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 13 degrees Cancer. A hand slightly flexed with a very prominent thumb. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 8 degrees Virgo. A girl takes her first dancing instruction from astrologyweekly.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Rasha. As the vibration of your world continues to accelerate at unprecedented speed, the potential gift of instantaneous manifestation has been placed in the hands of those of you who serve as the forerunners of the times to come. One by one, as each of you comes to completion with your life theme issues and adds a measure of elevated vibration to the energy of the whole, the conditions of the collective become standardized and are experienced by all. Some will manifest their full magnificence and experience their attunement to the oneness in the transition. Some will succumb to their own stubborn refusal to yield to the momentum of life itself, yearning in unison for oneness, and suffer the trials of separation under intensified conditions. No one will escape an awareness that monumental change is at hand, and no soul, however lost in denial, will be able to emerge from the times to come untouched by the knowledge that responsibility for one's reality rests with oneself, for all will recognize that reality as a vivid illustration of their own choices. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Valerie A. Elster, feeling new heart templates in the field today, expanded chambers, ventricular. To seek the light within, we wear the cloak of truth. We see beyond the veils. We sense the beginning of a new dawn. We've unlocked the secrets. The knowledge is within us, deep remembrance. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Elena Adams, we all contracted to be here at this time. Beyond space and time, we moved through time and space. We knew we would enter a paradigm where the soul of humanity would be asleep and suffering from amnesia. Truth is, we already were awakened beings. We need only remember. We need only be the universe. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Jorge Avadio, there is a strong line dividing between humans, no return, between a pure 5D conscious field and an outdated 3D vibrational energy state. In those lines of time and space, family, friends, acquaintances, couples, they used to be like-minded. Now there are challenges. No matter how much sadness you feel in your hearts, there is no other remedy but to release mournings and put into practice detachment. It's going to be hard for so many. It already is now. You will wish to stabilize things from the fields of ancient memories so that everything will be the way it was before. But those fields are broken now, fractured. To go opposite direction would be even harder for you because you would be doing it against your own essence. Everything, absolutely everything, is going to be linked by resonance. Timelines between each other will produce two realities, two opposite poles. Live the reality that beats in your heart and create the world you want. You are powerful. By doing so, you'll be helping the collective. The light is in us. Lady Om Wella. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ali Ray, within you is an impenetrable peace. The deeper you go into it, the more that experience envelops you, and wherever you are, there is the permeating frequency of this peace. Your very world becomes peace. Perhaps you are feeling this peace in union with the ethereal light frequencies bathing our planet right now. There is a perfect stillness, and simultaneously a subtle and continuous fluidity of vibration, holding absolutely everything in creation. There is much to feel and see for all open hearts in this timing. May all be blessed. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777, the Sirius Gateway is open between the 3rd and 7th of July, 37 into 73, heaven on earth. And it can feel like a busy road with a lot of traffic within your system, not calm at all, because of all the energetic action that is happening. You might feel the bliss of the high frequency coming in, but also quite a lot of pressure as old trauma can resurface. Fears could be arising, the things we are still afraid of or we don't want to clear. It may feel like an up and down all the time, or feeling the bliss of the new, but at the same time the pressure of the old, trying to keep us stuck or being pushed to the surface. Observe yourself and the feelings and emotions that arise within. Release the pressure by grounding yourself and breathing out the old energy. Take time to spend it in calmness, stillness, so you can feel yourself and your energy. Don't be unaware and closed. Open up the energy. Feel, observe, release, and receive the high-frequency energy from our spiritual sun, Sirius. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Celia Fenn, July is Sirius season. It is that time of the year when the sun rises in the sky, conjunct Sirius, in the northern hemisphere. It is when Earth has two suns, a golden white sun and a blue white sun, Sirius. It celebrates the close of ancient connection between Earth and the star schools of Sirius and the star lions and lionesses. In ancient Egypt, it is also celebrating the rising of the Nile and the beginning of a new cycle of abundance that was linked to the sacred river. For us too, it is a time of the beginning of a new time cycle. We feel the presence of the Syrian star teachers and the star lions and Archangel Micheila in the intense processes of transformation and ascension and new beginnings. From the Syrian star teachers, we learn the importance of the processes of renewal and transformation and of honoring these sacred cycles in our lives. From the star lions and lionesses, we learn the importance of courage and strength and trust as we forge our path forward, especially as we approach the 7-7 portal of the spiritual warriors on earth. And from Archangel Michael, we accept the sword of truth to stand in our power and be empowered by the light of our inner truth. We remember that we are also galactic and angelic beings of light, and that we stand now as the new human angels, the shining ones, holding light for the new earth. Dear friends, as we move into July with all its shifts and challenges, it is essential to remember who we are and to hold that balance and love in our hearts. It is our time to shine like the stars. Love to everyone from StarChildGlobal.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Valerie Donner, straight from the heart. Dear ground crew, here's the latest from Apollo. The days ahead will be nothing like you have experienced in the past. You are entering a whole new way of living on planet Earth. You might want to say, let the good times roll and let the bad times roll out. This is what is happening now. The light is expanding you into a whole new reality. It is squeezing out the darkness, leaving nothing but puddles of the past. Even the shadows will retreat into oblivion, while the earth and the light ascend into the glory of creation. The pathway to the unknown is being revealed. You will have magnificent surprises in your future. The revelations and glimpses of the future are already appearing. You are expanding your connections with your galactic family and friends and finding your connection. Everything is opening up for your new beginnings. The joy and excitement is palpable if you simply go outside and breathe. Please take it all in, for as you do this, you become more of a part of it. We want you to enjoy it all and want you to say goodbye to what no longer serves. How are you doing these days, ground crew? June has been quite a month, don't you think? Astrologers told us that we would be needing to rest quite a bit. Is that true for you? Some of us have had to rest due to having health challenges, losing our voices, being forced to go into silent retreats, and simply having to slow down. The bodies are integrating the incredible amount of incoming light. They are having to adjust to the planetary changes, earth changes, raising consciousness, coming imploding third-dimensional breakdowns, emotional meltdowns, relationship challenges, moves, financial challenges, and travel. These all require adjustment. We've also had surprise galore in world governments, new discoveries, new truths. In every aspect of life there is change. It is unstoppable. June was a month for us to stop and observe everything that is going on. Many of us found we needed to go deeply within. We found there was much need for emotional release, including not just from this incarnation, but past incarnations. It's as if we were forced to do this due to the urgency of the time. We know we cannot ascend if we are still carrying that heavy old baggage. We couldn't ignore it, nor will we be able to continue to ignore it. The pace is hastening as the time speeds up. The Earth Alliance reports a serious timeline shift occurred. Information has been coming in for the last 3 Earth days about this, and it has arrived. These time skips show up as a zero energy field in the Schumann cavity. Earth is moving quickly down the gamma timeline, and the future is now changed in a positive way. These shifts are taking place globally and can be frenetic. They affect our electromagnetic fields and our consciousness. They impact our functioning, and they can make it a challenge to be out in the third-dimensional world. Ground crew are sensitive beings. Many are empaths and feel everything. The weather has been unusual also. Here in the San Francisco Bay Area, we had almost 2 weeks of heat that was at least 90 degrees. Now we have cooler temperatures in the 70s with wind. Every one of these elements affects our bodies. In the past, we may not have noticed the impacts of these variants, but we do now because we are more empathic and sensitive than ever. We need this sensitivity so that we can have the awareness of what is going on around us. We need to adjust and adapt. We are learning to live in a new world. In some ways, as we look at the old world as it's imploding, it appears ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense to do some of the things that we've been doing forever for no reason. In the past, we just did it because now we get to question. We need to question because these ways no longer serve us. They don't belong here anymore. We need to erase them from our vantage points. For the past couple of months, we had beautiful blue skies, free from chemtrails, full of ships and lovely clouds. We've had a plethora of butterflies, birds singing amazing songs, an abundance of flowers, fully covered trees, soft, love-filled air all around us, giving us a taste of heaven on earth. Not only can you see the galactics, but you can feel them in the skies. They are certainly helping to clean things up while they watch over us. Let us be grateful. The sound of laughter is being heard again as humanity continues to lick its wounds and recover from the last couple of years. We know the light is guiding the way and that it has already won. We get to follow our hearts and drink in more of the heaven on earth energies. This is how we create our new world. We focus on what we are choosing in our lives and we ignore the rest. Where our thoughts go, our energy goes. If we go back to the past and look at the distracting, fear-based news, we will be feeding something we do not want. From thegroundcrew.com and from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin. Sirius Stargate and the return of the sphere of Amenti. Reality is what we make it, or rather we project onto the screen what is held within our consciousness, which is held within our DNA, which in turn serves as the film strip to our realities. The Earth's crystalline core holds the morphogenetic field and race memories, blueprints of creation. As this activates fully now and the magnetic core and pole shift comes to completion, the sphere of Amenti, morphogenetic field instruction sets for the new divine cosmic human, is ready to be fully returned to and activated within the Earth's core. This affects all of life and triggers the release and remembering of our true history, records, and memories. The Earth's core holds the original codes for creation. Our morphogenetic field holds the instruction sets and our DNA blueprint, which as said acts as the film strip to our realities. So as this shifts and activates our ancient future memories of the one true organic ascension reality, golden timeline also come fully online. We are now receiving the most powerful DNA activations with the remaining distortions, reversals, and seals, clearing our bodies and blueprints. As the old memories are cleared and the new ones come online, which for many of us means that our bodies are going through a deep transformation and crystallization process of clearing, integrating, and activation simultaneously. Hence, many of us are heeding the call to rest a lot. Not that there's too much of a choice for those of us that are holding the New Earth templates and blueprints within their own. Some of us are serving as the birth mothers and midwives of this sacred rebirth and reset of the one consciousness. As our original divine DNA blueprints are able to come fully online with all the reversals, mutations, AI materials, seals, and membranes being removed and cleared now. This also brings a whole new movie online where the tables have truly turned and there's no way back from that. Divine justice is here. Our DNA holds our consciousness, it holds our thoughts and beliefs, history, records, and memories. As this shifts and changes, so does the consciousness and vice versa, and this is happening collectively now as our full blueprints become available and activated again, plus upgrades. Our cosmic reunion is on and already happening within us now, all accessible from within our own multidimensional DNA, our own consciousness. All of creation right there inside of us, full multidimensional access and travel. Nowhere to go to. None of this is outside of us. No one coming to save us or anyone we have to save, unless these are the stories we keep telling ourselves. All of our realities always projected out from within us, based on the stories we tell ourselves. The self-fulfilling prophecies we have running in our unconscious, we write or read and then believe into existence. Time out of time to fully awaken from the quantum dream and dream all new worlds into being where no one requires any saving. With this sacred Sirius Stargate corridor and portal we have entered now, and that is most active between the 3rd and 7th of July, I see much unfolding and opening up for us as we build a portal and gateway between the Earth's crystalline core and that of Andromeda. Connecting through the Sirius Stargate, we will have very powerful heart and high heart cosmic seed atom activations unfolding as the aurora plasma waves and flame of Amorea continue to support the re-encryption of matter and fulfill us with the Holy Spirit, pure source light codes and energy flows, activating our heart complex for this final quantum leap into the one true organic ascension reality that reflects the oneness that we all are and now fully remembering again. This is fully returning the sphere of Amenti, divine blueprints of creation, blue flame and staff, our true history, records, and memories, as well as activating our DNA and diamond rainbow plasma light bodies. That's the potential we have the opportunity to fulfill, and I see right in front of us now. Remember, none of this is ultimately linear, but accessible via your frequency, your consciousness alignment and embodiment. Now remember, reality is ultimately what we make it, literally. It's our thoughts, beliefs, and actions that co-create the realities we experience, and it's all held within our DNA, and that gets fully activated through our high heart and cosmic seed atom, which is interconnected with the Earth's crystalline core through the frequency of divine love. As this ignites, all through the supernova of our sacred crystal heart. Looks like the final quantum leap takes place in our heart, as all remaining illusions, false projections, perceptions, inverted thought forms, and beliefs dissolve and are re-encrypted now. The walls around our hearts dissolve and open and allow the magic to unfold. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel. We are in the midst of intense and immensely powerful ascension energies pouring in and being released from the spinal fluid of the new earth, as the portals open now in far greater ways than ever before to Sirius, and via Sirius to the 7th central sun of illumination. Time as we knew it exists no more. We are moving in the timeless, the immortal realms. We are moving in the vibrational frequencies of the 7th to 9th dimensional state already, even when most souls are now ascending into the 5th. More than this, new encodements are being put into our spinal fluid so that we are tuned into the liquid golden river of spinal fluid of the new earth. This is literally activating the celestial waters of life the divine feminine holds. At times you may feel a bit disoriented and rather at sea. When this happens, simply call in the diamond violet flame to transmute all lower densities in and around you. The diamond violet flame is merging of the white flame of purity with the violet flame of transmutation. Note that this is the first time in 7 million Earth years that the Lion Portal opening is expanding into the opening of the massive Stargate portal to the 7th central sun of illumination, to which we in the Milky Way galaxy first belonged before the wars in heaven. All is happening now. Stay firmly anchored in the heart center and unconditional love, and stay focused on ascension. Become fluid so you can flow with the rivers of life. from JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Karen Lithika, Merkaba, expansion. We ask you to visualize the future before you, beyond the stars of light. As your evolution and internal knowing continues to expand, see your light body like a light ship, your unique light vessel. As your multidimensional world appears before you, understand your light body will appear with many new features. We speak today of the Merkaba, an extension of your light body, a tool for multidimensional travel, your own light portal. Many use it but are simply unaware it is there, for it is a natural part of your light field. Amongst the typical geometric shape forms known, understand it can change shape and configuration, as many come to understand the true essence of their crystalline light field. As the universe is available for intergalactic travel, we ask you to expand your vision to endless light travel opportunities. As your true advancement lies beyond the construct of your physical world, know we see the future evolution of your world of high light intelligence, a vibrational frequency awakened in you, a beautiful light held within your true essence. As your unique crystalline light signature emanates this light field, for the vibrational vision of your future permeates in your light field, for you hold the light keys of your future world. As you find each other, join and unite, we see this vibrational light shining brighter as you all connect together, as your world becomes brighter. We see you shining, connecting, uniting, as universal love and unity shines. Sending love for your daylight family, the Arcturians and Karen, from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Debbie Edwards, getting grounded and focused with the moon in Virgo, July 3rd, 2022. Today the moon moves into earthy Virgo, where it will trine with Mars and Aries. We are going to be getting organized and focused with a flare of passion to keep us motivated. For the most part, we can expect grand gestures from the universe with events that have been in the works for quite some time. And this will give us a chance to make some big power plays with decisions we've been on the fence about. Mercury in Gemini will also be trying to Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. We can expect to receive news about people we've had karmic ties with, including people we've tried to walk away from, which will illuminate the truth for us. This will help us flush out any indecision when it comes to letting go, moving on, and blocking energies we don't resonate with. Some of us may feel a little nudge of frustration simply because we have a lot going on and not enough time to get it all done. So even some of the smallest interruptions could feel annoying or create agitation. The best course of action is to allow that energy to smooth over with activities that are productive and healthy. Uranus and the North Node are the only cosmic bodies that have Earth sign placements right now, aside from the Moon. So even though a lot of energies have our minds in the clouds, these Earth energies can help us feel more grounded. Anytime the Moon moves into an Earth sign, we are further grounded with pragmatism and practical thinking about all that resides within. The Moon often pulls at our subconsciousness and deep inner selves. It drudges up the parts of ourselves that need healing, but also the parts of ourselves that are full of mystery and magic, waiting to manifest. A Virgo moon helps us compartmentalize our visions, dreams, and ideas. We get to see things through a more mechanical lens, which gives us instructions and blueprints we can build from. Whatever we dream, we can construct into being. Whatever we envision, we can interpret in detail in order to receive the most from the messages we receive. Virgo energy is not a rushed energy. It doesn't move as slow as Taurus, and it's not as stoic as Capricorn. It is its own thing, but like with all earth signs, it moves at a steady pace. What is decided right now will take time to follow through on. For those who struggle to be outwardly expressive, they may find themselves overthinking everything, reviewing and reassessing every little detail about conversations, memories, and plans for the future. We need to be honest with ourselves and others, but not too critical about what we believe and think. Sometimes we can be our own worst critic, So we have to watch out for self-loathing, self-deprecation, and withholding happiness from ourselves simply because we don't believe we are worthy of good things. We have to keep things in perspective. Not all things are what they have appeared to be. If we can remove emotion from the equation and see things in an objective perspective, we can learn a lot from our past and present so we don't continue to make the same mistakes. From MetaVisionaries.com. And today from Here in the Moon Astrology, Sunday, July 3rd, 2022, Wheels Within Wheels. July began under a take no prisoner cardinal Mars-Pluto square, and the stakes will get higher and higher as the month unfolds. In the U.S., now experiencing the nation's first karmic Pluto return since the Founding Fathers, the Supreme Court made 3 controversial rulings, one after the other, destabilizing the fragile social status quo and seeding yet more polarization and division. On Tuesday, July 5th, Mars entered fixed sign Taurus, where the node of fate is headed towards a rare conjunction with volatile Uranus, both square retrograde Saturn and Aquarius. We are skating on very thin ice personally and collectively as a food emergency and resources crises intensify. Also on Tuesday, fresh off an opposition to the galactic center, Mercury enters Cancer, clashing with Jupiter and Aries on July 9th. Expect the drama to increase. Give up your vows of silence which only serve to protect the old and the stale. Have the hard conversations and speak the truth you long to hear. Redraw your boundaries, pulling them in tighter and closer, permanently cutting ties with anyone who is a spiritual consumer feeding off distraction or drama. Only engage with creators, those who have already woken up. Your energy system simply won't tolerate anything else. Remember that your tribes are your unconscious influencers, echo chambers. Choose carefully. From Here in the Moon Astrology.co.uk and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Venus in Gemini, sesquiquadrate Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Ceres in Cancer, sextile North Node in Taurus. If toxic relationships have been undermining you, now is the time to release them. A healthy heart is one that is open to change and is fiercely self-loving. Finding yourself back at square one isn't a punishment. It may be exactly where you need to be to gain a valuable lesson. Trust that what is occurring is necessary for personal growth. Even if you're in a dark place, focus on the smallest good to lift your heart. With Ceres reaching to the North Node, the cosmos also points to the importance of self-nurture and support. It is through examining our roots and sense of belonging that we can evolve. Give yourself a long, heartfelt hug. Curl up with a pet, cushion, or soft toy. Rock gently to comfort and release. Sing yourself to sleep. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time. The 13 Moon calendar and codes of the law of time serve as resonant activators for regenerating the new light within the planetary mind, the noosphere. These codes are vibrational conductors that help us reorient our mind, synchronize our physical being, and attune our heart energy to the new incoming solar frequencies. These solar frequencies code the electromagnetic fields of each of the planets, with not just protons, electrons, etc., but also with electromagnetically coded symbolic structures of thought forms. These new codes and images are carried into our orbit through the sun's rays. All of the work of José Arguelles Valum Votan has been to wake people up to the fact that our evolution is a function of the star, the sun, Kinich, Ahau. See The Coming Solar Age, the last chapter of the Mayan Factor. The Mayan Factor tells how we can call sunspot cycles are pulsations of the minds of the solar masters, the Ahau Keen, fifth-dimensional beings who dwell in the core of the sun. The sun itself, Kinich, Ahau, is controlled by Alcyon, the central sun of the Pleiades, and Alcyon is controlled by an even farther, higher central sun, Sirius. Our sun is a focalization lens for other star systems and is linked to all other suns. It receives its programs and energy from Hunab-Ku, the core or hub of the galaxy. There are UFOs that go in and out of the sun all of the time. At the center of the sun is the solar galactic core dynamic program generator. Here information from other star systems are received and transduced. At this time, the codes that control the light threshold spectrums are being amped up. These new gradations of light are then translated into the appearance of different life forms, which explain dreams of new animals and new colors. The information is stepped down through the light rays and beamed to the planets. Red Queen, Keen 185, Stephanie South. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 46, White Resonant World Bridger. The number 7 is called Resonant, and its keywords are channel, inspire, and attune. The 7th step of any wave spell is about using your intuition to figure out what to do next. We are now in the middle of the wave spell of enlightenment. Time to channel what you need, and this shall illuminate your path. Today is White World Bridger, and the key words associated with it are opportunity, death, and equality. The World Bridger invites us to cross over to a new place. This can be in your mind, symbolizing crossing from dreams to reality or vice versa. It can symbolize an actual crossing, going on a trip. It can also represent stepping up to a higher purpose. World Bridger always charges a toll when crossing the bridge, and this represents the sacrifices we must make in order to shift upwards. Our progress is never just handed to us on a silver platter. We must earn it, and this is why death is associated with the World Bridger. You must let go of something before crossing over. Usually this is ego or emotional baggage, for one must become lighter as the bridge has a weight restriction. These days are full of opportunities, and so ask yourself, where do you want to go, and what are you prepared to sacrifice? And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Resonant World Bridger, 7 Kimi, Keen 46, 3rd of July 2022, Attuning to Endless Opportunities, 3/7/2022 = 376 = 313 = 34 = 7. Day codes: 3 Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, communication. 7 magic, mystic, spiritual, solitude. Month year codes: 7, 13 cosmic consciousness, natural lore, goddess, mysteries. 4 form, structure, foundation, earth, angelic. 20 the awakening, clear vision. 22 architect of peace, master builder. Keen 46 = 10 manifestation, authority, power. 1 leadership, new beginnings. 7/7 double magician's code. Kimi and Bane are opening portals to many realms today, accessed by our level of consciousness. A day of death and new beginnings, attuning to the endless opportunities presenting now. Day 7 in the Yellow Sun wave spell of illuminating our highest evolutionary path to reclaim our soul power and full sovereignty. Day 7 is about inspiration, surrendering to truth, and igniting more light, to focus on the highest potential of our evolutionary growth. The higher our consciousness and ability to discern divine truth, the more opportunities are available to us on our soul's journey. Tone of creation, resonant tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires power channel, essence attunement. The resonant tone very powerfully ignites the manifestation potentials today, as it provides the ability to fine-tune and channel these magical forces. Remember that it is our vibration that will energize our creation, and that this is broadcast through our emotional body rather than our mental body. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune and then channel the magic through this present moment that is available to us all, today we are attuning to the endless opportunities that are flowing into our lives through the process of surrendering and letting go of the past in order to attune to the now moment. That is where all the magic resides. Number 7 is also the frequency of the mystic and magician, which triples today's 7-7 code of today's date. What type of magic are you attuned to today? What wonderful relationships, unions, and opportunities will you manifest? It is time to surrender the battles and forge a more peace-filled path. Although the Rainbow Warriors are adept at walking the solitary path, it is time for the Global Warriors to return home and forge new connections with their harmonious tribes. The Resonant Warrior is challenging you to live an inspired life and to fearlessly say yes to all the new opportunities that present. Through expressing our bliss, we can influence others to do the same. In this way, we have legions of souls living inspired lives and truly elevating our planet's vibration and the global life experience for humankind on Earth. Today we have 2 questions. Who or what do I need to let go of and detach from in order to resonate to a higher vibration, building my bridge to source? And who or what am I attuned to, building bridges together to bring heaven to earth? Divine blessings for the blissful connections and opportunities today. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 46, White Resonant World Bridger. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to equalize. Inspiring opportunity, I seal the store of death. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of endlessness. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a transcriptions of today's transmissions and the link in the comments below. And we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges on Patreon and donations we're able to continue this work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Angel of the Light, RubyDragonRider, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to help support our work and mission, and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Linda Logan Nathan, for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We appreciate you and your support. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Stubler, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, Zodiac Goddesses healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with a powerful prayer from Divine Sister of the Light, Aurelia. Prayers to the 7 sacred flames, healing through the resurrection flame. In the name of the presence of God, which I am, I called to beloved Jesus, beloved Mother Mary and Archangel Raphael, angels of the healing ray, and all ascended beings serving the ray of healing. I ask that you direct your resurrection flame of healing hourly through my mind and feelings, through every organ, glands, and areas in my body manifesting imbalances. I ask for the power of your healing light and the fires of the resurrection flame to keep my body in perfect health at all times, to be a fit instrument of God on earth, in the service of my monad and the ascended masters. I ask this for myself and for every man, woman, and child on this planet. Let the flame of resurrection restore my original blueprint of divine perfection. And so it is, beloved I am. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed 4th of July tomorrow to our people in the U.S. and to our people of the world. May we celebrate the independence and liberation of the planet and all nations under God in this now, in this now, in this now. 444 coming in, 144. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.